Friends or Enemies by Cindy, Alyssa, and Ocean. Chapter 13. The next morning, Queen Galhilda was up before the others, and she decided to explore the ship.
What is going on here, Galhilda? That door can't be opened without a security code, and for good reason. You can't just walk out of this ship into space without losing your life.
I wasn't trying to do that. I just thought this was a door into another room or section, just exploring.
Explore if you like, but try not to touch anything while you do.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cause you any alarm or inconvenience.
Unfortunately, Queen Galhilda got off on the wrong foot with Captain Flynte. Queen Galhilda returned dejectedly to her room, wondering what kind of uncertain future she was in for. The captain gave a strong enough hint that she was not welcome here. But Ariana Flint soon found out her attitude didn't sit well with others. Once everyone was awake and had their breakfast, Captain Flint suggested that if Queen Galhilda wished to explore, she might want to go on a mission with Jessica the engineer and one of the robots. Although uncertain, Galhilda agreed. Ocean said she might not be there when they got back because she had to go back home in order to go to work. As soon as Galhilda and Jessica left, Captain Flint voiced her concerns to the others. But no one was put out with Galhilda, and they were not in favor of trying to find a place to unload her.
Captain Flint, I just heard about what you did to Queen Galhilda. Did you have to be so rude?
Jessica Marley, she could have set off a more serious alarm than she did. And honestly, I don't know what to do with her.
Well, when it comes down to it, you really don't know what to do with the rest of us either. How is she any worse than me or Pippi or Alyssa?
For starters, she's a queen. What if sooner or later she starts acting entitled? And the fact her mirror just slammed her here into one of our rooms, breaching our security. That bothers me, because who or what else is going to do something like that?
As far as entitlement and what to do with anyone goes, Pippi and Ocean think Megadroid is more of a problem. Sure, she's shut down now, but should we reactivate her or try to reprogram her? Is it even possible? She would have happily aligned herself with Darth Vader. Ocean told us about that, and Pippi and Death are going through logs. So far, what they've found is looking pretty bad.
Darth Vader? You mean he was here?
Yes, he had the nerve to condemn Carmen over the hoax about her, and Megadroid got upset with him for disappointing her. That was back when Miranda brought the Star Wars crew here, and they were all trying to get Ocean and the robot crew to orbit around Vader and Luke. But Ocean says there's more concerning Megadroid.
A little later, Ocean told everyone she would be going back to Earth for work. She got a clean bill of health that morning. Galhilda got to go on a mission with Beta, and they returned with 8 multigel. Otherwise, it was a quiet day. Pippi spent much of it going through various logs looking for evidence of Megadroid's troublesome behavior. Late that night, everyone was chatting in the fun lounge when a distressed Ocean returned.
The Vortex will be discontinued on May 23rd.
What?
Please visit doppio.games/Vortex Sunset to learn more. Thanks for playing.
No!
What's the matter?
It's Endsville. You're being discontinued.
What?
It's all gonna end on May 23rd.
That's only a month away. Not even.
Oh no. What are we going to do?
To start with, we need to get you robots out of this place. Then gather what we can and relocate. But I don't think I can save this ship. My transporter can get me, and I'm not sure how many people at a time. Out.
This ship has been my only home. It's breaking my heart to have to leave. And it will be destroyed. It's too much.
Like the other robots on the ship, Death's voice seemed calm, but her liquid display eyes showed tears welling up and then falling rapidly. Looking back at her with empathy, Pippi approached and put an arm around her. Everyone expressed dismay at this news, but Death seemed to take it especially hard. Though she made no noise, the visual of spilling tears remained in her eyes.
Well, we have sufficient warning, and don't need to do anything tonight. But I will go back to Mission HQ on Earth and see if anyone there can help us.
Once the initial reactions died down, everyone retired for the night. No one felt like doing anything or even chatting much. The news hit like a freight train. While everyone else was asleep, Pippi exited the ship and the Vortex and returned to Mission HQ on Earth. There was no one there, so she sent out a broadcast message to everyone. It warned them that the Vortex was being done away with, and that its occupants needed a temporary place to stay until they could find new homes. Having that accomplished, she returned to the ship Nostos in the Vortex. Pippi left again for Mission HQ the next morning, and she returned with some news.
Gahilda, Beta, and Gamma, Queen Lillian welcomes you to her place. Alpha and Death, we think it's best you stay here with us until we're all ready to go, just in case anyone gets sick again. And we need a security robot.
They all agreed to this, and Death gave a particularly vigorous nod. She clearly did not want to leave any time soon. The next several days were spent collecting various items on the ship that could be packed and transported into storage somewhere outside the Vortex until needed. Jessica the engineer and Captain Ariana Flynte had a considerable amount of stuff they wanted to keep. They would pack it all into large cases or bins, and then Pippi transported them out to Mission HQ or to Queen Lillian's. In the meantime, Ocean went through ship logs looking for past activity from Megadroid, which would decide her fate. She and her friends Cindy Alyssa and Jessica Marley Smith had very little to take back with them other than perhaps some souvenirs such as multigel. Gamma and Beta were safely taken to Queen Lillian's without being deactivated or memory scrubbed. Then it was time to say goodbye to the ship itself. For the first time, Alyssa heard her speak.
Can I have your attention for a few moments?
Huh. Wow. I wasn't expecting that.
I'm sorry, I did not mean to startle you. Could you get the others for me?
Sure. I'll be back.
Now that you are all here, I would like to congratulate each and every one of you for all you have done to help us all survive as long as we have here in this vortex. But I know it is time to say goodbye. There are so few people from Earth coming here now, and a lot more dangers from other worlds and galaxies. I am aware my time is nearly up, and there is no way you can transport me out of the vortex. Death, please try to stay strong. You will be needed elsewhere to help others as you did here. Captain Ariana Flynte and Engineer Jessica. I will not know or feel a thing if you shut me down just before leaving. Queen Lillian along with her friends, Mrs. Whatsit, Mrs. Who and Mrs. Witch are trying to find out what is behind the recent dangers, partly to blame for this unfortunate situation. They also have someone who is arriving well before it is time to leave. This is a woman who will help get you all out of here when the time is right. I cannot be transported out of here, same as any other place such as a house or neighborhood cannot be relocated by teleportation or tesseract. But I am content with my role in all of this, and I wish you all the best in the next chapter of your lives.
Death was not the only one crying by the end of Nostas's speech. Ocean had her face in her hands with tears spilling out through her fingers. Then Cindy started. Robot Alpha tried rather awkwardly, for he was a large robot, to comfort Cindy. Alyssa put an arm around Ocean. Jessica the engineer and Captain Flynte looked somber. They all said their goodbyes to Nostas, all but Death, who just couldn't accept what was happening. She shook her head and trundled quickly away. The rest of that day, no one felt like doing anything. That night, Jessica the engineer went to speak to Nostas in private.
I don't mind telling you I'm scared. And sad. This is making me relive the time Albert Forster shut down.
My dear Jessica, you will not risk your life by exiting me this time, as you all were forced to, under Albert and his mutiny. Pippi's transportation or teleportation device and Pathetic's tesseract will take you out of here and to a safe place without having to open any of my doors.
I feel terrible about this. You're not just a ship. You're a good friend. I wish there was some way to save you.
It makes me so sad to see you this way. You did your best. There is nothing more you can do. At least this shutdown will be without any ugliness like the last one was. But maybe you can help another way? If possible, you might want to be sure you have a backup for recreating Death if she does something to herself out of despondency. And I believe she just might. Security alert. Intruder detected. Species, human.
Everyone started awake and scrambled about at the sound of the alarm. Captain Flynte turned on the intercom and instructed everyone to go back to their rooms and stay there until further notice.
Just how in the deuce did you get in here, Albert?
I can ask the same of you. I thought you and this ship would be long gone by now.